above the sheets. No one's saying a word, but I can feel your heartbeat. I stare into your eyes, and you into mine, lying perfectly still, like we are frozen in time. I don't want this to be over, don't want the morning to come, my head upon your shoulder.
What's up guys, it's BT here, and this is the review of the G-Wolves Hati mouse. Now G-Wolves, along with Glorious, I feel are the mice companies of the year. They put out some really quality mice in a short amount of time, and not only that, they seem to be in the shapes that we all want. They've managed to carve a little niche in the scene, providing us with not only lightweight mice, but also some classic shapes that we all know and love and have been wanting from these other companies. So today we're going to be looking at the G-Wolves Hati mouse, featuring the shape and size Finalmouse should have made, and at a price they should have had it at $60. So taking a look at the Hati, it comes in that amazing G-Wolves collector's tin that looks so dope. I'm starting a little collection of them, and it just gives your mouse a legitimate place to be stored instead of like a retail box if you're not using it. The Hati comes in a white with a gray gradient or a black with a gray gradient. I think that the white looks absolutely stunning. Now I wish that they would have included those extra mice feet and a cable like they did with the skull, just to put the packaging way over the top, but what are you gonna do? It's not the end of the world. Now, what impressed me most about the G-Wolves Hati is the build quality. They really stepped it up from the G-Wolves skull, weighing in at 62 to 63 grams with a little bit of cable added. There's barely any wobble. It's very stable on the mouse buttons. Overall, when I picked up the mouse, when I first picked it up, I was like, wow. I could already tell that they've been working on perfecting their building and just making sure we get a solid mouse into our hands. The coating is nice, but not as textured as the skull shell, but overall you shouldn't have any problems with sweat if you're a heavy sweater. There's no RGB this time around, and the side pieces are now full pieces of plastic instead of having holes on the side. Because of this, there's little to no flexing now. Let me show you guys. You can't actually press in the buttons on the side, which is very nice. They don't get clicked on accident. There's not going to be any mispresses or anything like that. The side buttons are in a really nice place along the sides. They're easy to reach, they're light, and they're crispy. The DPI button is up top, and it is low profile so that it won't get accidentally hit. The mouse 1 and 2 feel great. Like I said, no wobble on my copy. Let's drop a sound test for you guys right about now. Mouse 1 and 2. We have the side buttons. Scroll wheel. Buttery smooth. You have the DPI button. Very nice. Oh yeah. Now I'd go as far as to say these are on par with some of my favorite clicks at the moment, like the Ultralight 2 and the G Pro 3360, which are my personal favorites. If I'm really being nitpicky, I wish they would have added a DPI light indicator on the bottom of the mouse. I always find those so helpful, especially if it's somebody that's new to mice. Having a visual indication of your DPI really helps. The paracord on this feels great compared to like the original paracords. Very fluid, doesn't drag on your mouse pad. I think I'd only change it out maybe just to, you know, have it match my setup or something like that. The Teflon feet feel good, but I already have some hyperglides on the way for this beast. Can't wait to feel the glide with this mouse. Now, when I first saw this mouse and I saw the measurements, I thought, you know what, this is gonna be a straight up G Pro wireless clone. But this thing feels huge, and it looks huge in comparison to everything else, even though the measurements aren't that far apart from what I found. It's got a very similar ambidextrous shape. The biggest difference was near the butt of the mouse, where it kind of flares out a tad bit more like an Air 58 does. Otherwise, the humps are roughly the same size, but this one I feel like it fills out your hand a little bit more. So those people out there where you wanted a little bit more size on your G Pro wireless, this is definitely the mouse to get. Now in the hand, this actually feels more like a medium-sized Air 58, which is what I think a lot of people wanted from Finalmouse, not that small little Ultralight 2 thing. It just cramps your hand. The Ultralight Cramp Town, I think I saw somebody say. It's got a nice gradual hump where you can claw or palm grip it comfortably. You don't feel the holes at all. My hands are 19 by 8.5 centimeters, and I can do all the grip styles comfortably with this mouse. I mainly claw and fingertip, and it's really comfortable to hold overall. So you don't have to worry about these holes at all unless you have tryptophobia, I think it's called. Tryptophobia, yeah. That's it. Now it's rocking a 3360 sensor with a polling rate of 1000 Hertz, and it's been solid in game for me. There's no software for this one yet for the 3360 version, but there is one for the 3389. So I'll keep you guys updated on that, but I assume you're just going to be able to change the DPIs, which goes up to 12,000K in this one. So overall, the sensor has been amazing. The crazy thing about this mouse is that because of its shape, it's very easy to pick up and start where you left off in your last game with your last mouse. I unboxed and I did my first gameplay on stream, and everybody could tell how natural I was with this mouse from the get-go. There was little to no adjusting period. Flick shots feel great and light, and tracking feels amazing with this lightweight mouse. I never once felt like I had to struggle against this mouse. It just works. It does what it's supposed to do. It stays out of your way and it lets you do your thing. It lets you just aim. Now, if you guys couldn't tell, I'm in love with the G Wolves Hati. If you're looking for something slightly bigger than the G Pro Wireless, one of my favorite personal mice, you can't go wrong with this mouse. It's well built from a quality standpoint, and it's 18 grams lighter than the G Pro Wireless and only 4 grams heavier than the Air 58. It really hits that sweet spot again that we were missing from like the OGs in the mouse game. G Wolves is officially a problem, and I can't wait for the wireless version of this mouse, because it seems like with every release that they have, they're working out the building kinks and they're honing in on making some of the best mice on the market. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this review on the G Wolves Hati. It has been your boy BT. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.